So we are on Ready Reading Book, lesson 1 still, but page 14. So look at the title. What are we reading about? Pluto. We're reading about Pluto. So what do we know about Pluto? It's a dwarf planet. Sophie? It's another moon of a different planet. Okay. It's in the solar system, right? It's in outer space. Okay, so remember, our learning target is to find the main idea of the story using 3 key details, okay? So the key details support our main idea. What, Marley?
Why do people say Pluto isn't real?
It is real. It's not a planet. That's different. Put your mask on. Okay, so let's start reading. Ready? Finger on the word for. So how Pluto stopped being a planet. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, ready? For decades, people, eyes on your book, people believed our solar system had 9 planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But in 2006, a group of astronomers decided that Pluto was not a true planet, but something else, a dwarf planet. The term dwarf planet might make you think that Pluto was kicked out of the planet club slowly because of its size. And it's true that Pluto is small compared with the planets. If Earth were the size of a basketball, Pluto would be the size of a golf ball. But Pluto's size isn't why most astronomers now call it a dwarf planet. So why the change to Pluto's status? Here's why. In August 2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of planet. To be a planet, they said, an object has to meet 3 conditions. It has to orbit the sun directly. It can be a moon orbiting a planet. It can't be a moon orbiting a planet. It has to be massive enough for its own gravity to pull into the shape of a ball. It has to have cleared its neighborhood of smaller objects around its orbit. In other words, during its trips around the sun, a planet must draw smaller objects into itself, or pull them into its orbits, or fling them off into space. Pluto does not meet the 3rd condition. It hasn't cleared its neighborhood the way the planets have. It moves within a field of rock and ice objects that it cannot clear away. That's why most astronomers now call Pluto a dwarf planet. Not all astronomers accept the change to Pluto's status, among other reasons, but where am I? Among other reasons, they feel that clearing the neighborhood isn't a well-defined concept. But most astronomers and museums and textbooks and teachers feel the new definition is clear enough to be useful. So long, Pluto, at least you're still with us as a dwarf planet. Merly. Okay, so now I want you to go back and reread, and I want you to underline any key details about the story. Key details about the story. Go back, reread, and underline. So your eyes are not on me, your eyes are not roaming the room, your eyes are on your paper. Underline any key details. Good job, Bo. Underline any key details about
What happened if we don't
stopped
find
being a planet.
What happened if we don't find the other one?
We'll figure it out, okay?
It's not energy. What happened if we don't find the other one? I don't know if Dylan has one. Because mine looks the same as Dylan's. Mine looks the same as Dylan's. I don't know if I just text my
Okay, and then I'll check it too. Okay, you have at least one key detail underlined. Let me make this a little bit bigger so we can see. Okay, so how Pluto stopped being a planet. Okay, so what is the first, does it say in the first paragraph, does it tell us how Pluto stopped being a planet? No? Okay, what about the second paragraph? Does the second paragraph talk about how Pluto stopped being a planet? Okay, where? Dylan? Sophie?
astronomers came up with
Okay, so here in paragraph 3, so your eyes and your fingers should be on paragraph 3. In 2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of being a planet. Is that why Pluto's not a planet anymore? Because they changed the definition? Okay, underline it, please. That same one. So right where the paragraph 3 is, that second sentence. In August 2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of planet. Underline it. Got it, Mohammed? Okay. Okay, let's read the next sentence and let's decide if that's a key detail for how Pluto stopped being a planet. Dylan, take the photo. Okay, ready? Everybody read it out loud. Ready? Begin. To be a planet, live on object has to meet 3 conditions. Stop. Okay, is this the reason why Pluto's not a planet anymore?
No.
Yes, because Pluto has to meet these 3 conditions. Okay, underline
so
it.
Pluto is gone? How did it get gone?
It's not gone. It's still in the outer space. It's just not a planet. It's more of like a moon for another planet.
There's other planets that have aliens?
I don't know. Okay, back over here. Focus. Thomas, turn this way, please. Thank you. Maths. Thank you. Ariana?
I feel like in there's probably gonna be more planets.
Maybe. Okay, ready? Back over here. Eyes up here. 3. Thank you, Alejandro. 2. Sitting up. Thank you, Sophie. 1. Thank you, Elian. Thank you, Thomas. Okay, let's try to find one more. So this does not count as a key detail because this is part of this, okay? So let's look on to paragraph 4, okay? Okay, so I need to move my underlines. There's Y. Okay, paragraph 4. So reread paragraph 4. Is there a key detail for why Pluto stopped being a planet in that paragraph? You raised your hand, but I didn't call on you. Okay, reread paragraph 4. Thank you, Elian. Reread paragraph 4. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, Ariana and Sophie. Sophie. Pluto does not meet the 3rd condition. Is that why Pluto stopped being a planet? Yes, that is a key detail. Underline it. That very first sentence at the beginning of paragraph 4, or highlight it with your highlighter. Pluto does not meet the 3rd condition. Dylan, what do you need?
Where did they have it for school lunch?
I don't know. Did you highlight this one? I don't remember. Okay. What about this sentence? It hasn't cleared its neighborhood the way the planets have.
Wait, planets can move. Are you dumb?
Mohammed, please keep your comments to yourself. Is this why Pluto stopped being a planet? Yes, because it cannot clear its neighborhood the way the planets have. Underline that second sentence as well. Thank you, Mohammed. Got it, Emma? Thank you, Emma. Dylan, got it? Sophie? Okay. But that fits into this last one, where clearing the neighborhood. But this paragraph isn't talking about why Pluto stopped being a planet. It's talking about why some astronomers don't agree. Okay, so close. But this paragraph has a different idea. Okay, there's one more key detail. It moves within a field of rock and ice objects that it cannot clear away. That is why Pluto stopped being a planet. Eyes on me. Thank you. Elian, you got these underlined? So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences underlined. Okay, underline them, because then we're moving on to page 15, which means I'm going to move this. Okay, ready? And 5. Page 15. 4, 3, page 15. 2, thank you, Emma. 1,
I can't see.
0. Okay, page 15. So now we're answering some questions. So think. Use what you learned from reading the science article to respond to the following questions. This question has 2 parts, part A and part B. Answer part A, Dylan, eyes up here. Then answer part B. So you have to answer part A first, and then your answer to part B has to connect with part A. Okay. What is the main idea of the science article by Tyrone Nielsen? Okay, so remember, what is the title? Say it. What's the title? How Pluto stopped being a planet. So what do you think your main idea has to do with? Ariana. Why Pluto stopped being a planet. Okay. A. Following along. Finger on A. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, Merle. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Bo and Emma. A group of astronomers decided that Pluto is a dwarf planet. Is that the main idea? Maybe. B. Pluto is large enough to be a moon, but too small to be a planet. Is that the main idea? No. C. Many astronomers are pleased that Pluto is not a planet anymore.
Kind of true.
Is it the main idea? Some astronomers still believe Pluto should be called a planet.
Yeah. Why?
We're not answering the question. We're thinking about is this the main idea? The main idea has to do with the title of the story, which is How Pluto Stopped Being a Planet. Ariana, thank you for being so patient. Okay. So what do you think? A, B, C, or D? Raise your hands. Merle? D? Some astronomers still believe Pluto should still be called a planet. Does that have anything to do with the title? No. So not that one. So let's cross that one out. Cross it out. Thank you, Merle. Okay. What else do you think? Bo? Bo says A. A group of astronomers decided that Pluto is a dwarf planet. Does that have to do with how Pluto stopped being a planet?
No. Oh.
No.
Yes and no.
Does it have to do with Pluto? Does it have to do with stopped being a planet?
Yup.
Yes.
Okay, Noah? Okay, so we're between A and B, so let's look at B. Pluto is large enough to be a moon, but too small to be a planet.
I'm gonna go with B.
It is true, but is it giving us the main idea?
Oh no.
Not really. Okay. So what do you think, A or C?
A.
A. Elian? Okay, B. So now B has to connect with our answer, which is A. Okay? Okay, B. Which statement from the text best supports the answer to part A? So we're finding which of these supports our main idea. A group of astronomers decided that Pluto is a dwarf planet. Okay, A. For decades, people believed our solar system had 9 planets. B. And it's true that Pluto is small compared with the planets. C. In August 2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of planet. D. It has to be massive enough for its own gravity to pull it into the shape of a ball. Okay, so here's the thing. We also highlighted on page 14 key details. So one of these also is a key detail that we highlighted. And remember, key details support main ideas. So Mohammed, what do you think?
B.
B.
You didn't say B before, you said C.
So it might be B
In
or
August
C.
2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of planet.
Yeah, C.
Do you agree,
Put your
C?
mask on. Yeah.
Mohammed, my job. So what do you think? Come on. Whoa, what's your name? Thomas?
What's your language?
We have decided in a class that is not language that we use at school. Okay? So now you know. That's just a warning. Now you know. Okay, ready? B or C? C. C.
What?
What did you think, Ariana?
She thought it was B.
You thought it was B? It is true Pluto is small compared with other planets. But is that a reason why Pluto stopped being a planet?
Yes. It's small.
It is small, but that's not why it stopped being a planet. So it's true, but it doesn't support our main idea. So yes, it is true, but it doesn't support the main idea. Okay? Okay, number 2, ready? Okay, I'm going to move my page. Okay, so this one was C. Okay, oh, this one was C, my bad. Okay, number 2. Which of these is most clearly a key detail of the passage? So the passage is what we read on page 14. So A, and it's true that Pluto is small compared to these planets, compared with the planets. B, if Earth were the size of a basketball, Pluto would be the size of a golf ball. C, it hasn't cleared its neighborhood the way the planets have. D, not all astronomers accept the change to Pluto's status. So which is the most clear key detail?
B.
Remember, what key details did we find on page 14? Was this a key detail? No. Was this a key detail? It wasn't a key detail that we highlighted either. Take it back out. Is this a key detail? It's not? It is a key detail that we highlighted. Is this a key detail? No. So what do we have? C. Okay, so the key word here was key detail. So which of these was the key detail? Again. Turn around. Okay, turn around too. I need you to watch me and listen to my voice, okay? Okay, so number 3, it says talk. Don't talk yet, listen to instructions. What is the main idea of paragraph 3? So let's look at paragraph 3. What key details support it? Use the organizer on page 17 to organize your information. Let's find page 17. Okay, here's page 17. How Pluto stopped being a planet. So we're using the main idea for what paragraph? Paragraph 3. So let's look at paragraph 3. So we only need the main idea of this paragraph, okay? Here's why. In August 2006, astronomers came up with a new definition of planet. Is that our main idea? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, let's write it down. Okay, so now you're putting it in this bubble right here. Just the main idea.
Wait, what's number for this? What time is it?
Okay, so, oh, it doesn't say it. It's, thank you, Ariana. Oh, I went too far. Okay, so what else does paragraph 3 tell us? There's a new definition of how to be a planet. Sitting up. Okay, but more specifically, there is a new definition, but more specifically, the definition is what? A planet has to meet 3 conditions. Okay, let's write it in. Okay, so an object, I guess I should say, before it becomes a planet, an object, what does it have to do? Has to meet 3 conditions. Thank you for writing it down. I love seeing those busy pencils. 3 conditions. Oops.
How do you do a J in cursive again?
An object has to meet 3 conditions to be a planet. Period. An object has to meet 3 conditions to be a planet. Pencil's busy. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Merly. Thank you, Alejandro. Elian, ¿listo? Dylan, you got it? Estoy esperando, tenemos la página.
What happens if Corona is done by October?
What happens?
What happens if Corona is done by October?
Then hopefully nobody else will get corona.
Because I don't want to wear
You don't have to wear a mask?
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to spell the letters.
Okay, got it, Elian?
Like the pier.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine here.
I am not listening.
So
Give me a thumbs up to show me you're done. Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, Emma. Dylan, you're done? Come on.
wait, why are you recording it? These two are here.
These two aren't the only online kids.
Who are?
Other kids.
Why don't they come to school?
Got it when we're done, okay? Marley, that's not your job. Okay, so now let's find some key details. What are key details for the main idea that an object has to meet 3 conditions? What are the 3 details? What are the 3 key details? So look back. 3 conditions. Come on. Look on your paper. Flip it over. Are you looking on page 14? Because that's exactly where it's on. Marley? It has to clear off its neighborhood. Okay. The object must, quotation marks, clear its neighborhood. N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R hood. Okay. Thank you, Alejandro and Emma, for writing it down. Good, Noah. Elian. Good, Ariana. Dylan, you can survive for 10 more minutes.
10? Why 10?
No exageres, ándale. Then I'm gonna tell Mom you need to eat breakfast before you come to school. Come on. Thank you. Okay, what's another key detail? For the 3 conditions for a planet, for it to be a planet. Noah? Orbit of what? What does it have to orbit? The sun. So the object must, I'll try to write this way. That's gonna be hard. The object must complete a full orbit around, write it down, the sun. The object must complete a full orbit. Oh, I spelled around incorrectly. Around the sun. Good. Elian, you got it? Elian, close the Chromebook. Thank you. Dylan, you got the second one?
I hate art.
To make it easier for me so I don't have to copy so many things.
Can we be first at the lunch? Can we go a little bit early, like line up like 1 minute early?
Thank you. Okay, ready? Okay, what's another key detail for our main idea? An object has to meet 3 conditions to be a planet. Beautiful. I love how Bo turned his page so he can look at the reading, at the passage. Bo.
It must have must be massive enough for its own gravity to pull it into the shape of a ball.
Beautiful. So that's a lot of words. So must be massive enough. So that's big enough. Massive is just a more descriptive word. Must be massive enough to pull itself into a ball. Okay, right here.
Okay, there.
Mm-hmm.
We have to write something
After lunch. Okay.
What time is it?
Well,
11.
5 times 10, 50, 11. Okay, go ahead and write these down. I'm going to reread them, so
So we
follow
can write
along.
right now, like, can I write the title right here, and then the stuff, and then one part he did the one.
Yeah, but I want you to have enough time to do it. Okay, so main idea, ready? An object has to meet 3 conditions to be a planet. Key detail 1, the object must clear its neighborhood. Key detail number 2, the object must complete a full orbit around the sun. Key detail number 3, must be massive enough to pull itself into a ball. Okay? So now, when we come back from lunch, well, online friends, you're doing this now. You're going to use the main idea and the 3 key details to write your short response about what the main idea of paragraph 3 is on the bottom. Okay? Questions? Got it? Okay. Thank you for working so hard. Now I need to stop recording.